So, on the way home from Dallas, which I'll tell you about the rest of the trip later, I just noticed that my chain is rubbing against my center stand. So I absolutely have to get home as in the shortest possible distance. But anyway, on the way home from Dallas, just south of Waco, there was a traffic jam because of a wreck on the other side of the highway, so it was all rubberneckers. Well, in this traffic jam, like 4 or 5 cars up, I saw a guy riding a sport bike, and I couldn't really tell what kind it was. Turned out it was a CBR 1000, but that it doesn't matter. This guy had on his backpack, and he had a couple of bags on the bike, and he had a Ford Hood license plate frame, which is in Killeen. This is outside Belton, which is like 15-20 miles maybe south of Waco. Well, I caught up to him, and he looked behind him and saw me and waved, so I waved back, and I just kind of hung off his back bumper for a little while. And neither one of us were really in a hurry. Bumper to bumper, stop and go traffic. We were just kind of idling along in second gear. That way we didn't have to stop any more than possible, you know. Well, it was kind of funny because it's like we both knew that neither one of us was in a hurry. So it's like, why rush to stop, you know? And he ended up slowing way down for some reason, and I rolled by him. Well, from then on, he stayed right off my tail. And when traffic opened up, I started working my way up through the crowd a little bit, you know, nothing major. I was only going about 10 miles an hour faster than they were. But every time I changed lanes, he followed me. All the way up till we got out of traffic where we were doing about 80. And he just stayed there, you know, and for quite a while. Well, he was an older guy. I could tell just by looking at the back of his neck and what little bit I could see of his skin under his helmet. I could tell that he wasn't like some 22-year-old punk. He was he was probably 30 or so. Well, we got to a point as we were coming up on the intersection to go out to Killeen from Belton. We were in the left lane, and there was an 18. We were coming up on an 18-wheeler, and there was a car up in front of the 18-wheeler, and it's like I could tell that I was gonna have to slow down before I was gonna be able to pull in front of this truck, which isn't a problem. That doesn't bother me. But it's like the car was going a little bit faster than the truck was, and but not fast enough. Well, he hit the brakes and went out to the right-hand lane to go around the truck, and I figured he got tired of it and was checking out. Well, as I got in front of this truck, changed lanes over into the center, he comes sliding in from the other side, right beside me. Reached out to shake my hand, which was interesting. If you've never shaken somebody's hand going 80 miles an hour, it's an experience, but it was kind of cool. But I shook his hand, and he gave me one of the general signals to let me know that there was for a cop, and he pointed up ahead, and then he pointed to me and he gave me a thumbs up, hung a right, and went flying up the off ramp. It's like I never spoke one word to this guy, you know, but it was just like, oh sweet, riding buddy, for like 45 minutes, half an hour maybe. I really don't remember how long it was, but it wasn't really that long. And it was kind of funny. While we were stuck in traffic, we come up on these 2 girls riding horses down the grass on the side of the feeder road, and we both slowed down quite a bit, because when you see Wranglers, or well, I forget what the Rockies and Ropers and a bikini top bouncing down the highway on a horse, you stare, you know. And it was funny to me because I've got this thing all bagged out, you know, I got all the bags on it, my backpack and all that shit. And it was very obvious that I was going a long way. I think I had to go like 280 miles that day. But they were staring right back at us. They waved, we waved back. They're probably a quarter mile away, or an eighth of a mile anyway. So it's not like we could say hi. But I just thought it was funny And, you know, somebody said that VFR riders are weird because of this meetup that I went to. And we are a little strange. Anybody that's part of a forum dedicated to a specific motorcycle is pretty freaking strange. But the guys that are riding like long distances on a bike, you know, especially long stretches of freeway, are definitely strange. And it's like we can see each other a mile away. And it's just like, hey, you know, whatever, join me. I don't care. I always welcome somebody to cruise along with me, as long as they don't get too close or anything like that. And he did a pretty good job of holding his distance. He actually stayed right in my mirror the whole time. It's like I never lost sight of the guy, which is great for a riding partner. But just one of those random things, you know. It's cool as hell. Thought I'd share that with you.